Do you hear clicking? Might be your brain. It's working. It's working is what that means. How do you hear clicking? Everything is turned off. I don't understand how you hear anything. You shouldn't be hearing anything. I mean, now, yes, but before that, you shouldn't be hearing anything. Weird. No, it was not on. It was off. Let's check this real quick. Tell me if you can hear something. Can you hear something? Can you hear? Because my thing is saying you should be able to hear something. Can you hear me? Say yes or no. You can still hear it? Turned all the way down. Turned all the way down. How in the fuck are you gonna... How are you hearing me? I don't know how. I have no idea how you're hearing me. Because the webcam microphones are turned off too. So it's like impossible. I have no fucking idea how you're able to hear me. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Anyway. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, that's so strange. Because all the other ones are turned off. Let me check something. Since it's just you here right now. That's turned off. That's turned off. Turned off. Turned off. That's not too bad. It's reversed though again, the camera. I don't hear nothing there at all. Extras, that's all turned on. Maybe that could be why. Maybe. I'm gonna turn all that off. I only have one. Plugged in. The other one's not even plugged in. Okay, now let us try this again, okay? Because now, oh wait. Check. Okay. So, let's try this again, okay? Because there was some stuff that was turned on the other ones. I don't know if that can affect it. But let us try this again, okay? Hold on one second. Let me know if you can hear. Check. That's a different kitty. That kitty never needed a cone. Hi, Emily. The other kitty she's without a cone and she's outside. So she's completely free now. It's the interface, right? Yeah. I don't know. Very weird. Direct monitor, maybe? Meh. I don't know. It's fine. I'll just unplug that bitch when I'm done. So how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. It's Monday, but we made it through it, you know. I mean, I'd say. So that's good. I'm so sorry. I'm very tired. Also, I'm trying to figure out something else. I'm trying to figure out when I stream Guild Wars. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel like a piece of shit, but so I'm trying to figure out when I stream Guild Wars how I'm going to be able to stream it on my YouTube but not on my Sect of the Dragon channel. Like how can I be able to stream it on my personal my name Dragana Milosavljevic on there? Because every time I stream Guild Wars, it streams on the Sect of the Dragon. And I don't like that because that's not, it doesn't go together. I want this to stream on my other ones. So I don't know how to do that. Maybe I have to ask Draven. Maybe he can help me because I can't figure it out. Because I changed it all around in there. But then when I actually streamed, I could still see it all in the other one. And it's not right. That's not where it's supposed to be. You know? So it's really annoying. I have to make another account? Is that what it is? But then but then how can I do that? Then I have to pay again. Because I'm already paying $20 a month to do, yeah, I'm not gonna pay $40 a month. That's ridiculous. There's got to be another way. There's no way. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to come in here for like an hour or hour and a half and do this with you guys. And then I wanted to maybe stream, some Guild Wars after that. But I got to figure out how I can do it where it isn't on my personal account. Should totally work. I have to figure out this option somehow. Because the Sect of the Dragon is a sub account of my main account, right? So I should be able to somehow put in the option that it will be streaming on my main account. You know what I mean? Instead of my sub account. Oh, I'm glad to be back, guys. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling this is good. She keeps licking herself. Stop it, Skinny. Stop. Look at her. Look at her tail. Look at her tail. She does. Stop doing that. Knock it off. Don't stare at me like that. You don't have any front claws. You can't do anything. Because I just gave her You do? Because I just gave her flea medicine. So she's trying to lick it off. I gave all the cats their flea medicine. And they're all trying to lick it off. Fucking idiots. But it's like, if you only knew. If you lick that off, then you're not going to be able to... Then you're going to have fleas. Skinny, please don't do that. I love you, Skinny. Don't be mad at me, please. mean, I can do that, but that's gonna take me a long time to set it all up right and everything. I don't think I want to do that. I just gotta figure out. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it and see how I can do this. Because it's like, even when I go live in Streamlabs, then I can change it. Skinny, stop it. Stop doing it. You're gonna get sick. Stop it. I'm watching you. I can see you in the camera. So it's like I change everything in there when I'm in the go live section, change everything, but then it still does it. It still puts it in the Sect of the Dragon and still does all that. So I don't know. I have to figure it out somehow. So anyway, what's been going on with you guys? I'm just blabbering on. Yeah, but it's like the account is one account. Like, there's no way that one account... Hey, Florida Metal! That you have to pay 2 times when it's the same account. And it's just a sub-account. So there's got to be another way. There's got to be another way. I will find it out. I will probably... You know, I'm going to probably text my brother. And he'll tell me. I'm going to text him right now. So call out, guys, if you want readings, or, you know, send me your crystals, and I got you. You would like a reading? Oh, you still have 3? Okay, yeah, we'll do that right now. We'll do it right now. You want a 10-card reading, yeah? Oh, I'm excited now. Yes. These are pretty much shuffled really well already, but I'm still going to do it anyway. These cats are never listening. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to look what is going on currently with you, okay? Oh, okay. The 7 of Pentacles inverted. So there's kind of like feeling a little stalled right now, okay? So that's the meaning of this card. Impatient, you're doubting your own abilities, and there's little progress, okay? There's not much progress for you right now. So that's something that's going on presently with you, for you, you know, whatever. So what happened in the past? Let's take a look at that. Oh, okay. So that's the 10 of Pentacles inverted. So in the past you had some yeah. So see, I'm seeing this. The pentacles keep coming back here. So in the past, you had some family strife there. Okay. It was unfortunate family matters and loss of home or money. Okay, so that was something that was, a concern in your past, unfortunately, but that is the past. The past is the past, and the past is there for a reason. So let's look at your subconscious. What goes on in your subconscious? That's going to be very important to see if progress can be made again, and you can pick it back up where you left it off. Five of Cups. So there's like imperfect relationships. Marital disappointment, regret, loss. That is something that is you're concerning your subconscious with it momentarily a lot. So it seems like you have a little bit of a depressed thing going on, maybe a little stressed about this. So that's definitely happening in your subconscious. So let's look at secret desires and wishes, okay? Curious. Six of Swords inverted. So it looks like you're finding yourself in not ideal situations, okay? And you have a very hard time being able to get out of these bad situations and entering better situations, okay? So it's an inability to break free of bad circumstances, entrapment in miserable events, okay? So subsequently, your wish is to be able to do that. Your wish is to be able to finally exit these bad situations and enter better situations. So that's what we can know is going on here. I think it probably is very relatable to what you have just going on right now with stress level and stuff like that. Okay, so hidden forces. Let's take a look. The Sun inverted. That's still not ideal. Your situation is not really optimal right now at all. Because this talks about like a separation. It talks about loneliness. Talks again about unstable relationships or ship. Whatever the case may be, but something along those lines is happening for you right now, and it's not good. And that's the strong force. Seemingly, that's the force that's driving all of this. I feel like most of the time, the deck goes like this, but I almost feel like it's going this way for some reason, right? There's some kind of quarrel with somebody that's putting like a damper on you right now. That's not good. Why are people like this? I know this too. I've been noticing this at work too, though. A lot of negativity today. I even I said Grumpyville. I walked into work and I was there for like an hour and I was like, oh wow, this is Grumpyville in here. Like, I don't know. That's weird. So let's look at events to come. Maybe this can be better. Okay, we're gonna check it out. Oh my. Usually a great sign. Not in this deck, though, unfortunately. We're looking at obsessive desires, oppression, material bondage, evil fantasies. Okay, that is something that you're going to be facing in the near future. So I think, I almost think that this maybe this negativity or whatever this is that's going on is going to maybe drive you into this direction there in the future, and it's not really good. It's not good. Okay. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's look at the let's look at your environment. How is your environment influencing you? What goes on there? How's it making you feel? all of these things. Oh, this card I have not seen in months. I'm not even kidding. The Moon. So this is really almost exactly speaking about what you said. When you turn around, there's nothing but negativity. But what is so interesting about the fact is that you are actually realizing this, okay? You are actually aware of this, because this card is talking about brainwashing, dark influences, trickery, illusion, subconscious control, okay? So, like, your subconscious is not good. It's affected by it. And it's, yeah, and it has this dark influence on you. As you say, live in the darkness. It has this dark influence on you. Your environment is what's causing this. I have trouble speaking. I'm not sure why. So this is what's causing this. Like I said, some kind of separation, some kind of quarrel with people or a person, and then your environment, you're not in a good environment. It's not a good influence on you, okay? Now, let's look at... How is this happening? I didn't even click on my Twitch channel. What the fuck? This is so... This is crazy. Wow. That was so weird. But anyway, ignore that stupid idiot putting commercial in here. Stop doing that, people. Nobody's gonna come. You're harassing. That's soliciting. You understand that? Get out. God, people harassing. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so... Yeah, possessed. Possessed with viruses. People around you. The camera. Look at the camera. The camera froze. Oh my God. Ah, it's okay. He left already anyway, probably. Oh my God, I gotta fix this. Sorry. That's so... Suddenly... Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. What? I mean, that is so crazy. Everything just starts, like, malfunctioning real quick. Weird. Okay, so anyway. Oh my God, Miguel, your shit is fucked up. I haven't, honestly, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I haven't had that much of a, like, negative Nancy thing going on here in a while, like, in the reading, I mean. So you get the full inverted. Okay, so this is talking about failure to seize the moment, unsure actions, uncertainty. Okay, so this is not so bad, but it's almost like, because this is about people around you, it is almost, again, like these people are influencing you to the point where, or this person, whatever it is, to the point where you're not seizing the moment, you're not doing these things, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's not good. Okay. It is your whole environment is not good for you. So we're gonna check on your spirituality now, and we're gonna see what goes on there. Okay, that's. Oh my god, I got the freaking hair. No, I mean this this is not a curse. This I don't think. I think this is more like a wave of a certain energy that's come to manipulate in a negative sense. Maybe because your output or your even what was in here going on in here caused the magnetism to kind of like have an adverse effect, because maybe inside of your own self you didn't have good things going on there. Maybe there was negativity on your own self or something like that, or wrongdoings in some way. I don't know. Knight of Wands. This is good, okay? Brave but rash. Impulsive. And decisions made in haste also. Let's see. Sudden journey. So your spirituality is good. There's going to be some kind of spontaneous journey, spontaneous trip that'll maybe like catapult you forward in your spiritual evolution, right? So this sounds good. It sounds like spiritually you're kind of on the right track. You have your head in the right place, okay? Or your heart, whatever you want to call it, is in the right place. Your spirit in the right place. So keep that up, whatever that is. It's good. Okay, now, final outcome. Okay. Three of Wands. So you kind of awaiting the fruits of your labor, okay? You're waiting on that. You're just kind of sitting back, anxiously awaiting the rewards of labor, reflection on one's effort. Okay, so that's the final outcome. So it looks like, even so there's a lot of negative and bad stuff going on, your head is in the right place, right? Your final outcome is good, and the way you are thinking spiritually is good. It is positive, and it works for you. So keep it up. Just my advice, really get yourself out of this negative environment that you find yourself in, if you so can. I know that some of us are very tied to what goes on, but yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. So maybe you want to get on out of there, wherever this is, or whatever is going on there. But that concludes you, Miguel. I hope that helps a little bit, or kind of a reaffirmation or an affirmation that about these things that are going on that you're already thinking. So yeah, I know it's hard. Like it's always easier said than done, but I do understand for a lot of citizens of America, they can do these things, right? They can change a job, they can move, they can do all these things. I really can't do that. So it's kind of like, I know that you can do that. You can move, you can change a job, you just have to do it smart, so you don't put yourself in a bad situation. But you can, to make it better for yourself, you need to, that's just how it is. So funny. Twitch is all excited. I got a new follower. It's like, no, Twitch, you're wrong because he just followed me so he can post his advertisement in my chat. Don't get too excited too fast. Anyway, guys, spend some channel or crystals. Do something. Say something. There goes Emily. Okay, cool. I will. I gotta think what I want, though. Let me just sit here and look over for a minute and see. Huh. That could be good. Yeah, why not? I know. Ah! It's okay. Okay. Ow, my feet hurt. Fucking move, you stupid chair. There it is. My crystal ball. Isn't it awesome? I gotta clean it a little bit. It's actually very clean. Just a little dusty on there. Yes, this is my scrying tool. This is what I use to scry. You guys know what scrying is, I'm going to assume? Yep. And it's beautiful. And it works really well. I saw one the other day and I really wanted to buy it, but I didn't do it because I don't have the money for it right now. But it was like a black one and it had the 3 cat statues around it. And it was amazing. Like Egyptian cat statues. And I was like, whoa, I'd really love to have that. I didn't even look how much it was. It looked really, really awesome. But yeah, this is really nice. I love this thing. I've had it for a long time. Its own little stand. Yeah, and it's actually heavy. Like this is like a heavy, you know. And it has a little felt here so that it can sit on. Yep. That's it. That is my altar item. Actually, I'll put it there. Yep. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, it's I like it. It's simple, you know? A lot of people have like these extravagant ones or they have these giant ones, which is cool too, but I don't know. I have so many things, as you guys can see on my stuff. I got to keep it. Even my book of shadows is very small. It's only like this big. You guys have shown it on the street. Normally they're like this big, but mine's like really small because. Oh, okay. Because I need to keep room. Let's see. I have to think. I really have to think about that. Because nothing is popping in my head right now. My head is like... Oh! I got one. Okay, so... Again, about witches. That kind of... back in the day, one of the... a couple of things were very... obvious on what a witch was, what people considered a witch, and then subsequently, right, hanged them or burnt them or whatever they did. And there was, we've talked about it before, it was women that lived by themselves at a certain age without any kids, etc., etc. We've never talked about this, but this is so I guess I'm giving you another fact, whatever. women with red hair, there was really a time where women with red hair were immediately considered witches. But one of the biggest things was that the women that lived by themselves with no husband, no kids, they would wear a necklace, which was not really common at that time unless you were royalty of some sort, or you were, you were married and you were able to have something like this. But if you were just a single woman living by yourself, it was very unusual for the women to have any sort of jewelry, and it was considered a common thing that a woman that was wearing a necklace, single woman with a necklace, any type of necklace, was considered a witch. Yeah. So that was one of those. That's one of those occult facts. Yeah. I believe Gardner was the author that wrote this, and where I learned this from. One of the biggest occult authors that spent pretty much his whole lifetime researching, covens, like infiltrating, not infiltrating in a negative sense where he was like hidden, but he would officially like join covens and stuff, and then put on record these things, what the covens would do, and all of this thing, and then accumulated all this knowledge over, I don't know, I guess 40 years or so of doing this, and then write different books about it. And that was one of those things. Yep. It was very windy today. It's still windy out there, but it was very windy and it was awesome. I love wind. I told you guys that before, that wind is my element. So it's like air, but whenever these windy days happen, it's like, oh, I love it. It's very refreshing. Where you going, Skinny? Are you starving? She's starving. Yeah, she's so hungry. Good girl. Well, I'm glad you all are here, guys. This is really nice. I'm glad I was able to come, kind of come back tonight, even though I'm really tired, but I was like, no, I'm coming. I'm not skipping this. Yeah, I went to Bike Fest on Saturday, as I had told you guys I was going to. It was awesome. I had a blast. Many people. Not as many. When I did Bike Fest, when I worked my first 2 Bike Fests or so, there were almost 500,000 people there. And then it started to just kind of like slowly but surely, the next year, 400,000, then 300,000, then 200,000. And then COVID hit. And then it was like, it didn't even happen. This was the first legit Bike Fest since COVID. And there were like 100,000 people there. But it was so much fun. I just kept on walking around and went there, had a slice of pizza, watched the band there, some great local bands playing on the big stage, and found an awesome Irish pub where I spent a lot of time. And there was this group of bikers that was sitting there. And of course they're like loud and obnoxious, like, "What are you doing? You're by yourself, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Shut the fuck up. And so they just keep ordering shots for themselves. And the one guy just keeps ordering an additional shot for me. And I'm like, oh, good. Thank you. Peanut butter whiskey. It was delicious. Because, I fucking hate whiskey and I hate scotch, right? I hate the smell, the stench. It's disgusting. Like, ugh. No way. I don't want to drink it. So when he says, yeah, you drink this, and they put it in front of me, I'm like, oh, God, come on. No. I can drink vodka and no, I don't. tequila, whatever, vodka, rum, no problem. I drink that right away. But this other stuff, I'm like, no way. And he put that there, and I'm like, oh my god, no. I have to drink it because they're going to be like, what? You're not going to... I was like, okay. So I'm just like, shut it back, ready to have my beer here and go, you know? Nope. I drank that, and I was like, this is absolutely delicious. It was so good. There was like fucking, I think I had 2 or 3 of them. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was very hungover yesterday. I really was. It was like, whoa. All day I had to fight with this hangover. And then, and then at night when you're ready to go to bed, your hangover starts subsiding. And then you're like, okay, I'm ready for action now. I can clean, I can do this. It's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's like, no, now you gotta go to sleep. Wasted a whole day. But I did a bunch of shit still during my hangover. But, during my hangover, I'm doing shit, I'm cleaning shit, rearranging because my roommate now moved out. Doing all this stuff. So, I said, you know what? I cannot deal with this headache anymore. And I just took some Tylenol and I kept on moving on. I'm not that type of person. It's got to be like extremely bad for me to not. I will still get up and do shit. I just can't. I cannot. Some days I just want to lay in bed all day and do nothing. It's not going to happen. What does that mean? After I had a few shots or you had a few shots? Because that's the weird part. I am almost thinking that's not what it was. I'm almost thinking it wasn't a hangover because I was not even drunk. I wasn't even drunk. I wasn't even like nothing. I think it may have been a sinus thing because I woke up the next day and I still have it, like my throat is a little hurty and it's like kind of like this was hurting and it was like dry in here and stuff. So I'm almost thinking it was a sinus thing rather than a hangover, but it felt the same. You know, when you have sinus pain and it gives you a headache, it feels very similar to a hangover headache, but I wasn't even drunk. That's why it's like, I don't know if it was a hangover. I feel like, hi, Promethean. I feel like it was just like a, yeah, I don't like that. I feel like it was just like a sinus thing, but it was like, I had to, and then of course, I had the sinus thing, because I had it already kind of a little bit in the morning when I went there, but then, oh my god, Promethean! For 2 months? Oh my god! Thank you! Wow! Okay, I gotta write that on here because I gotta make sure. May and then June comes after May. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Promethean. Thank you. Oh my god. That is so awesome. Okay, so, but yeah, because then it was like, it was a dehydration all in all, right? Because my whole stuff was already dry, and then of course drinking alcohol doesn't help. That's gonna dry you out even more. So I think that's ultimately pretty much what that was. What are you doing, Skinny? She was hungry. But yeah, it was a really good time. I mean, some of these motorcycles, man. I'm not a motorcycle girl. That's not something that I'm really. There was a time where I really considered it and stuff like that, but it's not really something that I'm really into. But there were some motorcycles where I was like, dude. There was a whole of course, all the motorcycle clubs were there, right? Latin America was there. Outlaws were there. Bunch of these motorcycle clubs. There was one motorcycle club. I don't know. They didn't wear any vests or anything, so I couldn't tell. They had flames shooting out of their what is it called? Out of their fucking exhaust pipe. Literally flames. And I'm talking about not just like a little bit. They were fucking flames like this. And the whole club, all of them had it. And it was like the guy behind them, you know, behind each of them, would get the flames on the front tire. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, those tires are going to pop. They're going to pop their fucking brother's tire back there. Nothing happened. It was so fucking awesome. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, oh my God, dude. It was great. And you could feel the heat because it was hot that day. It was really hot. And you could feel the heat. I mean, it was really incredible. I'd never seen anything like that before. Like, you know, you can see shit like that in movies, or you see shit like that in fucking, you know, Universal and Disney when you go to, you know, but a real life, real motorcycle, they had that. They had that. And then they were riding around with it. Crazy. Very crazy. Sorry, I gotta turn on my AC real quick. It's hot in here. You're hot too, Skinny, aren't you? I know, my girl. I know. Okay. Yeah, that was cool. And this was a typical me situation, right? I grabbed my phone out. Because I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And finally I realized, oh, you got a phone you can record shit with. Do it. I grab the phone. I hold it. I do it. And then suddenly, when I'm done, I realize I never pressed record. Like a fucking idiot. I want to fucking, like, oh my God. That's typical. This is a typical thing that I would do. Yep. It was so ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Sure, they probably have some YouTube videos somewhere of these guys from that weekend. Was definitely cool. So I had a good time. Yeah, but it's a very clear one, and it's a cool one. It's really cool. Because, like I said, I've been to these bike fests for many years, and I have never seen that before. That was my first time. I was like, whoa, that's unique. And I love unique shit, because, you know, like I said, it's all like, oh, yeah, cool, you know, that's cool. But that's unique. Nobody had that. And I'm, like, impressed. I'm like, yeah. That's black metal as fuck, you know? Not black metal, but metal, you know? So I was like, that's cool. You're good. You're real. You're serious. So, yeah, it was fun. I didn't come home too late. I don't know, 11:30, 12 o'clock, you know? So it was okay. You know? Yeah, and then the next day, felt like shit. Oh man, I gotta check my multi-stream. I never do it. There it is. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then I spent... Yeah, and Friday... yeah. Kinda. She's just laying there a little bit. Are you aggravated, Skinny? What's wrong with you? Yeah, you're probably gonna get sick or something. Gonna throw up. Because you were licking the medicine off your neck. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then Friday I moved all my stuff around. It took me 7 hours. 7 hours. I came home at 4 o'clock or something from work, and then, you know, I ate. I did whatever I needed to do, and then at, like, I'd say 5 o'clock I started doing it, and then it actually took me 9 hours. 9 hours. Because I started at 5 o'clock and I was done at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had no break. I maybe had like 2 15-minute breaks where I sat outside a little bit and hang out with my cats. But all in all, no break. I moved all the stuff out of here. You can't really see, but my setup has changed a little bit now. But I moved all my art stuff that was in here, my desk, my canvases, not even my canvases are still in here, but my already painted canvases, all my art supplies, which I have an unbelievable amount. Okay, so all of that I moved over into the other room. But before I did that, I had to clear everything out of those rooms, right? Out of both rooms, my laundry room and then an extra room. Draven did help me with it, but you know, I did most of it. You know, he helped me for like 2-3 hours or something, and then I just kind of like did everything else, and then you know, cleared all the both rooms out. Then used the carpet cleaner in both rooms, which you know, yeah. First I vacuumed, wipe everything down, vacuum, and then I used the carpet cleaner in both rooms, and then I got to take all my stuff down in here and then move all the stuff back in there. And it was just like, dude. But when I was done the next morning, I felt so relieved. I feel so relieved still. I'm like, I really cleared all this out. And it, like, it's good. It feels good. I'm sure you guys know that when you clean out a really clustered up corner or something with a bunch of stuff that's been sitting there and just clustered in a corner, and you finally clean it up, it feels so nice. Because I did all that, and then I actually cleaned my house the way I normally do on top of it, which normally does. I clean my house once a week, and it takes about an hour and a half. So I was done with everything, but then I had to add a whole hour and a half behind it because I had to clean the bathroom, and then I had to clean the kitchen and vacuum the living room and sweep the stairs. Of course, sweep the stairs first and then vacuum. But all that shit. And I don't even dust every week either. I am a clean freak. Like, I cannot have specks of shit anywhere. You can ask people. I am anal. I am fucking anal. There's a tiny drip of tea somewhere. I'm not happy about it because you know what happens? You get your fucking sock stuck on it. Then it becomes stuck to your sock. Then you carry it all the way around the house. So now there's sticky spots all over the house. Like, I just can't have it. I can't. So the one thing I am very bad at is dusting. I'm like a dusting Nazi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't dust. I'm so bad that I will look away. I will walk by my TV stand, you know, and I see all my DVDs and I see all that stuff, and I'm like, no, don't look at it, because it's like full of dust, right? I'm like, oh, I'm just walking by here, just go to the kitchen. Okay, no. Just because I know if I look at it too hard, I'm going to get that Windex out and I'm going to start dusting, and that's going to take me forever. My house, it's not huge, but it's 2 stories, so it is big. I have 2.5 bedrooms up here, big ones, a bathroom, then I have downstairs, I have a living room, a dining room, and a kitchen. Oh, my God. And then I have to dust everything. And then I have all these, like, you see this altar? That's how my whole house is. I have knickknacks like this everywhere. On my fucking fireplace, above my fireplace. On my stairs are filled with candles. My stairs are filled with candles. Just the places where you don't put your feet has no candles, okay? So it's like when I sweep the stairs, it's a whole ordeal. Either I take down all the candles and then sweep, or I have to be like super careful and sweep around them so I don't toss them down on my TV or break them or whatever. That's how my whole house is. So dusting is one of the worst undertakings in my home that you can imagine. It's awful because I have to take everything down. Oh my God, no! And I have. I can't. Even thinking about it, I freak out. Because I have literally altars, right? I have an altar set up that has a bunch of because I've told you guys this before. I'm a very I'm like a what do you call the oh my God. Not geek, but shit. I'm a weeb. You guys have ever heard of this term? I'm a weeb. Which means I'm like totally a fan of anything Japan. OCDC, no, OCDC, because I have fucking metal on my mind, ACDC. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder is something that's like a serious mental disease, right? But wanting to have shit back in the place or shit clean is not OCD. That's just wanting to be clean. People really mix that shit up, and it's really irritating. It's like, you're OCD. No, I just like my things organized. I don't have a mental disorder. I just like my shit organized. You know? Fucking, I hate when people do that. But anyway, so, what was I saying now? Shit. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I have this whole altar. It's about, like, this long. And like this. And it has Asian statues, Asian hangings. It has a big jade dragon that my brother got me. It has fucking a fan. It has panda bears. It has one of those things that they drank sake out of, one of the big things. All of this, okay, I have to take all that down and dust there and then put it all back. And it has a beautiful geisha statue. Then above my fireplace, I have, oh my god, the shit I have my great-grandfather's book in a case, in a glass case. Then I have a bunch of knickknacks, like little statues of dragons, candles. I have all my urns for my dead animals. I have like 4 urns, I think, on there of, you know, my animals. Then I have pictures there. I have chalices on there. Sensors. Then I have my father's collection of newspaper clippings of him that my mother collected, and I actually ended up putting in a nice book, and it's sitting there. The newspaper clippings of Dragan Milosavljević. What else? Then I have like a vertebrae, which is a vase on there. Like, I could go on and on. I have so much shit on there. I have to take all that down. Then dust there. I mean, it's impossible, guys. It's really impossible to do all of that stuff. It's not impossible, but it is such a pain, and I just don't do it. I do it like every few weeks or so. And it's bad, because my house does get really fucking dusty. That reminds me, I gotta buy a new fucking filter for my air conditioner. Yeah, because it's really just, it's unbelievable how much shit I have. I mean, Miguel, you were at my house. You saw it. You fucking saw my shit. I have, yeah, it really is. Because I'm also the type of person, I'm not just gonna say, okay, today I'm just gonna dust this area, and then tomorrow I'm gonna dust this area. So it's kind of like, because I think that's stupid, because, you know, then the next time comes around when it's dusting time, then you have to do it like that again, and it's just like, I don't see it being like, when I'm gonna dust everything at the same time. That's the type of person, like, Draven would be like, why don't you just do that tomorrow? No, I know. That's literally my reaction, like, do not tell me to procrastinate anything until the next day or some other time. I will not do it. And it's a thing of mine, because it's trauma. And I know why. Because when my brother and I were kids, my parents both worked. And it was like, my parents would stay up later at night, right? And then there would be a bunch of shit in the living room the next day, right? Nothing like crazy. It would be like empty beer bottles. It would be ashtrays filled with fucking cigarette butts, right? Shit like that, whatever. Because my parents smoked in the house. But anyway, not like, it wasn't dirty and nasty, but it was just some leftover stuff. Like, newspaper was laying there, you know, could be folded up. So my parents or my mom would always say, okay, kids, when you come home from school, you know, do your homework, and then please clean up the living room a little bit, okay, before Dad and I come home. Yeah, sure. And also clean your rooms. clean your rooms. And it was always this fucking thing with my brother. My brother's like, I'll do it later. No. You do it. I'm going to do it later. I don't want to do it now. I don't want to do it now. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. And I fucking would sit there. And then mom would come home. And then I'm like, why is this not done? I'm like, I did my part. I took the 2 beer bottles. Kevin said he was going to take the other 2. And he said he wasn't going to do it. He was going to do it later. And now he didn't do it. But guess what? You're the big sister. You should have done it then. I'm like, why? It's him. Why do you make me do it? If he didn't do his part, it's not my problem. No, my mom didn't care. You the big sister. If he's not doing it, you gotta do it. It was fucked up. My parents, man, or my mom, she was fucked sometimes. You know, but it was like, that's why it's just like a traumatic thing with me. It's like a PTSD. I will not procrastinate anything. If I can get this done now, I'm gonna get it done now. Of course, there are certain things, you know, it depends. But when it comes to shit like that, I'm gonna get it done now. So yeah, that's so dusting. Yep, that's not gonna happen for a while. I dusted like a month ago, so another month or so. OCDC, I know. OCDC, that's so ridiculous. Yeah, my brother was fucking shithead, dude. I swear, he's streaming right now. Go check her out. Go check out my brother streaming. Fucker. But one time, man, I want to tell you guys a story because one time, my brother and I, home by ourselves, as usual. Most of the time, see, in Germany, it's okay. I don't know if laws have changed there now since then. It's been 16 years, but at the time it was perfectly fine. I was at home with my brother. I was 6 and he was 3. I was taking care of my brother. I knew what I couldn't do, and I knew what I was not allowed to do, and what he couldn't do, and I watched him, and it was fine. There was no problem. Police would not be called or nothing like that. It was totally like the whole neighborhood pretty much knew. The Rima kids are at home by themselves. Like, if anything were to happen, any neighbor at any time would have fucking come over and would have been fine, So it was fine. But anyway, so it was during the day. I remember it. It was during the day means my parents were working. Because once in a while we would have a babysitter where Ziggy was our babysitter. I'll never forget her name. She was awesome. She was really like child friendly. She always played with us and she was so sweet. She was very sweet. And I really loved her. And when my mom and dad said, we're going out tonight and Ziggy's going to watch you guys, we were like, yay! Because we love Ziggy. So it was during the day and there was no Ziggy. So I knew it was my parents working, not going out or anything like that. Because sometimes when they went out, we had a babysitter, but sometimes we didn't. Hey, Hydra, how are you? I think when I got a little bit older, like I must have been like 8, 9, or 10 or something, then I kind of stopped having babysitters. Oh, I've never heard of that. So anyway, Kevin and I are sitting, and I'll never forget this. We're on the couch in the living room, and I have my stuff. We're drawing with like colored pencils, and I'm drawing on paper at the coffee table in the living room. Right, I'm drawing. My brother, on the other hand, is like on this thing of the couch, like the back of the couch, facing out the big window, looking onto the road, and he has it all laid out like that, and like he's like behind me, like I think he was like on this side, and he's looking out the window and he's drawing on the paper, but he's on the back of it and he's drawing on there like this. But he has my pencils now, my Federmäppchen, as we call it in German, my where when you go to school you keep all your pencils in there. I don't know what you call it in English, and it's sitting right there and it has all my colored pencils, and I say to him, I need my pencils or something, right? I want to grab them or whatever. He's like, no! And I was like, they're my pencils. I need them and I want to have them and I want to draw, whatever. I can't even remember how the conversations went. But he decided to close the Federmäppchen and run with the fucking Federmäppchen away from me. And I'm like, what? You know, I'm freaking the fuck out. And I'm chasing my brother. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And I'm chasing him upstairs. He runs upstairs. Okay. I'll do the hydration. I'll finish the story, and then I give you a 3-card reading. But I gotta tell the story. You'll like it too, Hydra. He runs upstairs into his room. And his door was like a... I think they were very popular in the 70s, those doors. Because our house was old. And a lot of stuff was not updated from the 70s, right? It was still the same, like tile in the kitchen and stuff like that. Because it was my grandparents' house. That when my grandfather died, we all moved into. My grandmother's still alive, but we all moved in together and all that stuff. So it was like, it has like glass on the inside. Like frosted glass that you can only see like shapes. You cannot see anything. And then on the outside is like the wood. It's like a wood frame around it. I feel like you guys have probably seen a door like this. Anyway, run up the stairs. When you run up the stairs and then you go immediately right and you just go straight, at the end is my brother's room. So I chase after him, and I run after him, and I'm running with all my fucking speed, because this is no joke. My brother just took my pencils, and I'm angry as fuck, right? And I run, and he opens the door, he runs into the room, he shuts the door right, and I jump through the fucking glass. Accidentally, of course. I wasn't planning on jumping through the glass. I fucking through the glass into his fucking room, landed on the ground, and there's like glass. I can't even finish the story. There's glass all around me. Your hero here, Miguel. Glass all around me. I hear like I hear the shattering still in my ear. And my brother, oh my god. My brother turns around and sees me laying on the ground and freaks the fuck out. Oh my god! Jenny! What did you do? And he calls my mom immediately at work. I think it was... Yeah, he did. He was able to do it. I don't know how old we were. I must have been... I don't know. He was maybe like 5 or 6 or something. Yeah, and I just laid there on the ground because my brother calls it, Mama, Jenny, she's on the ground and she jumped through the door. And my mother's like, oh my God. And of course my mother came home immediately. But she told I think if I remember correctly, she told my brother to tell me to, like, don't move, for me to not move. That's why I remember I still laying there because I wasn't unconscious or anything. I was wide awake. But I laid there and I could see just like it was on the ground and I could just hear my brother. I couldn't see him, but I could hear my brother on the phone. Mama, blah, blah, blah. And so then my mom came home. But I think I started getting up or something then before she came home and kind of brushed that shit off. And I had not a single scratch on me. Not a scratch. My mother couldn't believe it. My mother was like, what? How is this possible? Like, nothing. Not in my face, not in my... Like, nothing. My mom said she could not believe it. She could not believe that I had not a single scratch, but... What? I gotta fucking tune in this channel then. What am I misremembering about it? Is he watching my stream or something? No, I want to know now. I can swear that's how it was. But you know how over the years it just like... you fucking... Let's see. What?
That's a really dumb story too, because it's so like I just told the story the other day myself actually, and I was just like, it's such a weird story. Where I'm like, it's kind of uninteresting. It's not even that interesting, but yeah, I don't know. They were my colored pencils, and you wanted to use them, and I said no, you cannot use them, and then you got mad at me, and you were gonna take them from me, so I took them and ran upstairs into my room and slammed the door, and you were chasing me, and you jumped through the window, jumped through the door, jumped through the glass door. That's how it went, and you always tell the story like they were your colored pencils, and I took them from you.
Okay, I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys heard
no,
that,
but they
but
were. But I remember they were mine because they're the ones that you still have. They're the thick ones that you still. I think you still have some of them after all these years.
I could swear those were mine, though.
Because I eventually gave them to you because you actually liked them a lot, and I was like, I don't need them. So I'm pretty sure. I think those were the ones. But
No,
it's just really funny that I called that story. You know.
it's
No, I know you love them.
it's
This
just
is the
really
very
me
first time that I had them.
misremembering.
Yeah,
It makes sense what he's saying. So
called the story, and Emily said like you had like a story, and I was like, oh, it's the one about the colored pencils. That was the story that you're talking about. It's really weird. I mean, I don't, I was never huge on like drawing and painting and things like that, so I didn't care. I was just like, you know, at the moment I cared because they were new, right? But then after the fact, I didn't.
it's my brother. Well, at least that's the only thing I was. I thought for real, like I had like some kind of warped or fucking.
The story itself, like whether or not they were mine or yours, the core of the story is still like the same. So that part really doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, that whether or not they were my pencils or yours, but it's just weird. I just it's funny that I called that story, that I knew you were talking about that story. Because there's like a billion stories we can talk about. There's also that story about, and it kind of leans into the pencil thing, but I don't know if you remember. I think we talked about this a little bit ago, like a few months ago or something, where I talked to you about the times when we used to draw these comics.
I remember that.
About these weird
Fluffy.
these figures. They were like what were they? They were like these like squares and circles or something, and there were people and there were comics, and we used to draw about them. And you actually had them. I remember you had them. They lived in like cheese houses.
Yes. I remember that.
Fluffy things.
Yeah.
They were fluffy. I remember you had them like be like cheese people. Like one of them. There were like a lot of them that we drew, but I remember one of them was like the cheese people.
He's gonna laugh at this.
I remember those. Oh my god! Thank you, Ambrosia. You don't need to do that. Oh, fluffy hairy ball. I don't remember that. I don't. I just remember that we drew like a shit ton of them. There was like a whole summer where we literally sat there and drew these stupid comics. Like,
This is great, Emily, isn't it? I'm having a good time.
So yeah, that's all I remember. I don't really remember, and there was just a ton of them that we had by the end of it.
Yeah. You see, we have this on live.
It was super fun, and I remember. I don't know if she was being nice or not, but I remember Mom was like impressed with your comics. Because I remember
She was. I can remember that.
Wow, these are really good. And I remember I loved your comics. I was so impressed. I was like, oh my god, these are awesome. I had like such a good time, like just looking at what you drew.
Yes, Hydra. But you guys literally have proof right now. My brother said he knew I was talking about that story with the pencils and with the door.
I'm gonna die.
And like he said, there's millions of stories that we have. Well, maybe not millions, but
Ow.
thousands of stories that we have. And he knew that I was talking about this story. And this is not a coincidence. This is
Ah,
how we are connected like that.
Linda.
That is how my brother and I are connected. It's really I can literally see and feel this cord that connects me to him. It's strange. It's
There's
really
a ton
strange.
Of stories. I mean, like, you know, with how crappy our, like, you know, the middle of our lives were, you know,
Yeah.
our early life was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Die. Oh,
We
you're
had a
healing,
very
I think.
good
Oh, God,
upbringing.
it's Firefly, so.
Yeah, but I do realize that like some
Dude,
a lot of siblings are not that way. They have like these rivalries about all this stuff like that my brother and I never have that. We never have had that. We would get in arguments over nothing. But it's only like literally my brother and I have only been in like 3 arguments in our whole life where we didn't talk. So it's like, you know, ratting each other out and shit like that. I hear siblings talk about that nonsense and calling police on each other or putting somebody or like all of that shit. Never. Like, we are a clan. We are too Germanic for this nonsense. We will not. It doesn't fucking matter. You know? But let's get on with this here, Hydra. Huh?
So I know I only released it like shortly, a short while ago.
Alright, I'm gonna turn this down now so I can concentrate. Okay, so we got the 2 of Cups, we got Midnight and Death. And it's kind of obvious, right? It's a union, it's lovers, it's coming together, it's positive. It's romance, okay? It's harmonious partnership, okay? So on one hand, Hydra, that is something that is either going on with you right now or is definitely gonna happen. It's part of your life in some way, okay? Temperance, okay? Inverted, unfortunately. So this is a sign of discord, okay? Of excess and of discord. Whatever this may be, I'm not sure. It's conflict and bad combinations, okay, to create maybe like a toxic potion in a sense. You know, it's not really good. I don't know if you're doing it or somebody in your close surroundings is doing this, that it has an effect on you, but it's something that's in your area. And then this is kind of... so I'm relating this really to romance rather, and this to something else. Okay, so this is the 5 of Cups. So this is imperfect relationships. This is loss. This is marital disappointment. So this could possibly, very likely to be applied to your parents here. Okay, so not really ideal, not good. But when it comes to your personal romance, it's looking better. It's looking good. So there's a good outlook for that. Okay, so that's nice, Hydra. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense for you, and I hope that I was able to help a little bit. So you want another one asking if that toxicity will be getting better? Absolutely. Let's see. Hopefully we can find this out. I almost have a feeling that we will. Because you know how I always warn people that sometimes the cards will not give you what you are asking for. But I have a feeling in this moment right now that we might be able to find what we're looking for. I have this feeling. Okay, let's do it. That is the same card you just had, but inverted. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. This is pretty much answering immediately your question. Better outlook, new relationships, return of an old friend, if I am not mistaken. Let me see. I want to make sure. That is awesome. So this is really answering return of a past friend, new relationships. So this is really answering this question. It will be better. It will be better. There will be new relationships that will bring more light into your life, and then subsequently be part of you not being a part of this toxicity any longer, okay? Because your brain's gonna be too focused on the good things, or you're moving away with the good things in some way. Could be in a metaphorical way, but could also be in a physical way. Either way, outlook is good. This is the Nine of Swords, and this is still talking about misery, bad health, anxiety, okay? Most likely because of the situation you find yourself in with your parents. That's you, okay? Stress, like overwhelming stress, okay? And then this here, this is completely application to your dad, okay? Because this is about a father figure, right? This is about a cruel parent. This is about, let's see, a rough nature person showing no compassion, intolerant, a strict and cruel parent, okay? This usually applies to a male character, to a male parent in your life, okay? So this is what it concludes. But to have this immediately, I mean, that's crazy. That's a little crazy. And that is... And this, yeah. But I'm just saying this normally applies, but it's both of your parents, I understand. But maybe, yeah. So, but this came up. This is really positive for you. This is crazy, and this is good. So yeah. That's that. Pretty much good. I mean, not good. I feel very bad that you're going through this, but it looks like you're going to be able to have a better outlook soon. You just, I know patience is so hard to have, especially when it comes to abuse in that sense, right? Because I consider stuff like that abuse. It's abuse. To expose anybody to this type of thing, be exposed to it without have help, without having help, without being able to get out of it is really... Right. Right. It's awful, man. That's fucking awful. It's not good. Nobody can live their life like that. You live in panic your whole time and anxiety the whole time. It's just not good, and I don't understand how, as a parent, how you can be around your children like this, Yeah, that's because you have no choice, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that you're going through that, and I'm not, excited to know. that this is happening to you. That you eat too much? How do you eat too much? Oh. Hmm. Two breads? Like 2 pieces of bread? That's not too much. Oh. Yeah, but I mean, it depends, you know? It all depends. Is that your only meal of the day if you eat 2 sandwiches? You know, if that's your only meal of the day, eating 2 sandwiches, that's fine because you would eat a sandwich, you know, for lunch and then you eat another sandwich for dinner. So eating 2 at one time, that's okay. Okay. That's okay. That's regular 2 meals. Yeah, and if you eat your meal and you finish your first sandwich and you're still hungry, then you're going to make another sandwich. That's perfectly okay. If you're hungry, you need to eat. What is a problem? What is a big cause of weight gain that is very bad is eating after actually 7 p.m. My mother always said do not eat after 7 p.m. because it is very normal for most people, unless, you know, it depends, of course, on schedules. But for like a person like me, I'm at home from work at like 4 o'clock. And then I still do stuff. By about 8 o'clock, well, by earlier than 8, but about 6, 7 o'clock, I start completely, like, my body starts turning down because I don't have anything more to do for the day. So I'm just sitting, you know, I'm painting, I'm reading, I'm watching TV. I'm not moving. I'm not burning any more calories, right? So when you eat like this and then shortly before going to bed, because, you know, then a couple hours later you go to bed normally, right? Your body is not working off any calories. They just sit there. Especially now when you sleep at night, then the calories really just sit there. You still burn calories, but very little while you sleep because your body's not active. So it just sits there, so you just gain weight. It is literally the most weight gain factor is eating late at night. So I have this diet where I literally I try to eat once a day. I eat a piece of toast in the morning because I take vitamins in the morning. It's the only reason why I do. On the weekends, it's different. But on the weekdays when I work, I eat a piece of toast in the morning, take my vitamins. When I come home, I make a bigger meal, like a pasta meal, like a big meal, and then I don't eat for the rest of the night. Now, and it's fine. I'm not hungry. I don't go to bed hungry. It's perfectly fine. I feel fine. I don't feel sick. It's perfectly fine. But it is different for everybody, okay? Some days I'm still hungry at night. When this occurs, I make myself I fry in a pan. I use a little bit of olive oil, which is actually okay to use because not too much because it's oil, right? It's fat, but a little bit is actually very beneficial in losing weight, okay? A little bit of olive oil, whatever seasonings you want, because seasonings don't have calories. Be careful with the salt though, because it's something that will create water in your body, right? Your body will start retaining water if you have too much salt in your diet too. That's also has a weight gain thing, or you know whatever, it bloats your body. Asparagus, green beans, mushrooms. I'm throwing that in the pan. I'm frying that up. I'm eating that, and I'm filled to the point where I can go to bed and sleep, and then, you know, sleep until the next day, and then eat my toast, and I'll be fine, you know. But I have really come to a point where I don't even have to do that. I just eat my one big meal a day in the afternoon. That's, for instance, like a thing that I have really noticed that culturally in America, it's totally opposite. In America, everybody eats a light meal for lunch most of the time because they don't want to get tired because they still have to go back to work, right? and then I eat a big meal for dinner. That is completely wrong. That is completely wrong. That's in Europe. That is nobody does that. In Europe, you had to have a big, hearty, and hot meal at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then at night you have like carrots or you have something very small, something some kind of vegetable, some tiny piece of cracker with like a tiny piece of cheese or something like that. That's it. You don't eat that much at all at night because of that reason. Your body will just keep that, and there's no calorie burning process happening. And I can talk about this because I know I've told you guys this before. I know a lot of these dietary things because I was an athlete for 10 years and my father was a professional athlete for 25 years. So he taught me all of these things, right? My dad and I would both be on diets. My dad would put me on a diet on the same that he was on. We would both be practice. We were athletes. That's what we were doing. So I know all about that stuff. Let me read real quick what you said. Oh, okay, got you. Okay. Well, so it's not, like I said, it's not actually the time, but it's like you have to consider when you go to bed. You want to eat maybe like 4 or 5 hours the last time before you go to bed. So that within this 4 to 5 hour time frame, your body can still be a little bit active, even if you're awake, at least walking around, taking trash out and shit, so that you can kind of at least burn off a little bit of calories. Eating like even 2 hours before going to bed is not good. It's not good. So if if you eat at 8 o'clock but you don't go to bed until like 1 or 2 in the morning, then it's okay. But it's still also a little tricky because only if you're doing shit. Only if you're doing shit for the next 5-6 hours. If you're just sitting on the computer and you're just playing a game and you're not moving, then the people always like go through these diets and they do this and this and this. What you have to consider is you have to burn more calories than you take in every day. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter how you do it. Exercise is in some way the easiest, of course, but in other ways also the most difficult for lazy people like me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not an athlete anymore. If I were, I could eat whatever I want because I burn that shit off anyway. But now it is different. Now I have to watch everything I take in. I have to watch. So I'm drinking beer right now. That is a whole meal in itself. You know what I mean? That's why I'm also not hungry when I go to bed, right? But I have to put that in consideration. When I drink, everything I eat and drink, I make a mental note of what calories, because I pretty much know all the calories in all the foods that I eat, how much sugar is in there, how much sodium is in there, how many carbs are in there. You have to know these things because you have to make sure. And I know it's stressful, but at the same time, when you get so stressed out over it, you just start automatically just eating vegetables because you're like, fuck it, I don't want to stress anymore. Let me just eat broccoli. Nothing can go wrong there. Exactly. That is exactly right. Any vegetable you eat, you cannot go wrong. Except for sweet peas. They have a lot of carbs. That's the thing. I love food. Like, I'm the type of person, like I said, I'm not going to bed hungry, but I can, if I want to, I can eat all day. I can eat burgers, pizza, fucking pasta, fucking ice cream, pudding. I could shove all that in there. I cannot do it because I know that if I were to do it, I would be very overweight. I'm already overweight for my height. Immensely overweight for my height, which is not good. But at least I've kept the same level of weight for like 10 years. I've been the same weight, which is good. But that is because everything I eat. You eat sausage if you catch my drift. Okay. Just gonna. No, statistic. Like, what is healthy for by height, it goes. But But it is what it is. You know, it's my lifestyle is not so active. It's actually getting a little more active now because my band is more active, right? So my body's more active. Wow, yeah, you're tall. I mean, if you're 7 feet, like if you're like 200 pounds, you're good. You're okay. But you know, me being a waitress, I've been doing this for 17 years. So my body is completely acclimated to this workout that I have as a waitress. I don't sweat when I work. I don't. So I'm not burning any calories. It's just a normal routine for my body. Now, the only way to actually burn calories, like excessively burn calories. We always burn calories, right? But really burn calories and cut your shit, you know, get your fat out of yourself is by exercising and sweating. Like fucking sweating your ass off. Best thing, my recommendation, I can tell you right now, sit-ups, they don't do anything. Pumping weights, nothing. The only way you lose weight is by sweating. So my recommendation is always do something that makes you sweat for at least 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes a day where you really sweat. And that is the best thing to do would be running. Go jogging for 30, 40 minutes. You don't have to run fast. You don't have to do marathon. You don't have to. You go jogging. Get your heart pumping and get sweating. And when you're done after 30 minutes and you're actually sweating, you have now accomplished this. You got to do it every day for 30 minutes and you will lose weight. No, I got it. I just felt like it was inappropriate and I didn't understand why that was something that was said. So, but anyway, yeah. So this is Dragana's dietary advice for today. Bread. Don't eat so much bread. Because bread is what's bad. But, you know, everything is very processed. Everything has hormones. Everything is fucked. You know, so, you know, you gotta eat something, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Uh, so, yeah, so. But, you know, here's the thing. I can relate to you on a level with this Hydra because my mother was a little bit like that. My mother was always very, like, when it came to eating dinner, like eating the meal that my mother would prepare, I could eat as much as I want. Like my mother would have never stopped me. But whenever it came to snacks here and there, and whenever it came to like, can I have some candy? I was like, nope, stop eating that. Nope, you cannot. My mother always knew that I had a tendency, because it is in our family, right? A tendency of being overweight. So my mother has always kept me from eating snacks and stuff like that, right? When I wanted a snack, my mother's like, get a tomato and eat that. You know, and it's like, and she was right. It's the right thing to do. The problem is that it just like then hits the mentality of the child, because now I'm an adult, right? And now as an adult, when I first became an adult and I lived by myself, it was literally like I'm fucking eating everything because now I can. No more mom telling me not to. But then realizing, you know, like this is like now another like traumatic disorder that I have because I wasn't allowed to eat all these snacks. So now I'm eating all these snacks. But it's actually not helping. Like, I gotta stop it because I'm gaining weight. My mother was right, you know, because I just don't exercise enough. Grape. Yeah, for instance, you can do fruit. You can do fruit. Fruit has sugar, but it's kind of, it's not a different kind of sugar. It's sugar, right? But it is fruit. It's a natural sugar, so it's better for you, right? It still has sugar, but it's still better eating a grape or grapes or strawberries, oranges, whatever you want to do, than eating a fucking bar of chocolate. Like there's no doubt about it, you know. Fruit salad is great, but now you're gonna add like whipped cream to it or something, which I fucking love. But then but even so, whipped cream I have actually recently figured out is not that bad for you. it doesn't have as much sugar because the thing is, that's good. That sounds good. The thing is too is sugar. A lot of stuff here, especially in America, everything has tons and tons of sugar. Sugar is pure calories. When you see it says 200 calories right on the package, and then it says 25 grams of sugar, make that 225 calories. Simple as that, pretty much, right? I'm probably off, but sugar turns into calories. Don't drink soda. One can of soda, depending on which one you drink, has 65 grams of sugar in one can of soda. You know how much our body is supposed to take in a day of sugar? Well, we're not really supposed to take any sugar, really. But how much is our limit that we should? 25 grams. A can of soda, one can, has almost triple of what we're allowed to have a day. Some people drink 8 to 10 cans of soda a day. Don't drink that soda. And if you do, some soda has like 25 grams or 27 grams or something. Drink that one can. Make it a treat. That's how I do it for myself. I drink one can a day, if I drink it at all. And then that's it. I will not eat any chocolate for the rest of the day. I will not eat any shit that has sugar. I'm still gonna drink my beer, right? But, that's my fucking flaw. But look it up. I don't know how much oil you use, right? Now, if you use an excessive amount of oil, then it's not good for you. But potatoes starch is the worst. Starch is not good for you to eat. Because, you're going to put butter on it, you put something on it, you put butter on it, which you got to. But potatoes is good to eat, but it will make you gain weight, for sure. For sure. If you're like an oil, yeah, you cannot use too much oil. You gotta, use a substantial amount, not like go crazy on the oil, But the best thing is to do is to eat meat and veggies. Cut out the carbs completely. No more potato, no more fucking bread, none of that. But if you work out, then it's different. That's what I'm saying. When you actively work out, if you really work out every day, you can't just say, okay, I go to the gym twice a week. No, you have to work out every day. That twice a week shit's not gonna do jack shit. You gotta go to the gym every single day, once a day. You don't have to go once a day. I always suggest like in the evening for an hour. You go to the gym, do cardio for an hour, sweat your body, go home. Don't eat after you work out. Why do people do this all the time? They work out and then they eat. You're ruining everything. Eat before that, a couple hours before you go to the gym. Then you go to the gym and then don't eat after you go to the gym again. Don't eat again. And if you do, eat vegetables. Like, I don't know, they destroy that, they just worked off 2,000 calories and now they're going to McDonald's. I just came from the gym. I'm going to get a double cheeseburger. What? What you just did was just completely obsolete. That's fucking dumb. But, people don't understand the concept. So it is misconstrued. But if you work out, then you can pretty much eat. When I was an athlete, I could eat whatever the fuck I wanted. It didn't matter. I could literally eat. My captain and I, we would sit at a table together. I shit you not. She would have a whole loaf of bread and a toaster on her side, and I would have a whole loaf of bread and a toaster on my side. We'd have salami, cheese, Nutella, strawberry jam, everything on the table, and we'd make that in 3-hour thing where we just sat there and kept popping and both ate a loaf of bread, fucking everything. Like in 3 to 4 hours, we sat there and just did that, laughing our ass off, having fun, and just eating the shit of what we wanted. And we had 6-packs, and we were fucking gadoosh. Skinny, we were perfect. Doesn't matter because we have practice at 7 o'clock. We go and have practice, and we're gonna be working all that shit off. So it doesn't fucking matter. Eat now as much as you want. Hey, forbidden. No, of course not. Of course not. I'm working. Poor me. I'm just kidding. I'm on vacation here all the time, so it's okay. Let me see. Oh, I missed. I'm just talking too much. Sorry. Yeah, fruit every day is good because they have vitamins too. Bye, Hydra. Don't let shit get to you. Thank you for coming tonight. I hope things will get better for you. Oh, that's good, Miguel. That's good. Yeah, I mean, as long as you see progress with what you're doing, then you're doing it right. Then it's good. Then this is right for your body. This is a general thing that I'm talking about because it everybody does different. Draven, for instance, he will eat like a. It's incredible. I've never seen a man that eats that much, and you see how he is. He's slim. He's always the same weight. He does not gain any weight, and he eats 3 times as much as I do, and I eat a lot, and I gain weight immediately. So everybody's metabolism is different, right? Okay, so I am already using the law of attraction, of course, but and I'm seeing signs around me. Um, but what is this CrossFit? I want to know now what that is. What is this CrossFit you speak of? I've heard of this. I've heard of this. What is that? What is that? Oh, oh, yeah. Uh, I would probably love all of that, but I really just don't have the time, man. I can't fit that shit in my schedule. That's cool. That's good that they have that. But I mean, yeah, but see, exactly. That's the thing. Like, I don't. It's unnecessary. I can just go for a jog for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't need all that fucking. I was never a person going to the gym and doing all that shit. Like, it's so fucking. Because it's like, I'm gonna spend like, I don't know what you guys spend a month, like $50 on a gym membership or something. I'm not doing that. I can do all that shit for free at home. I can lift weights. I can do anything I want at home. I don't need to go to the gym. No, if it's fun, if it's like an activity, I get it. I get it. But I have so much with my band and with my work and all. I got so much shit going on all the time. There's always something going on, and then I stream too, of course, so yeah. No, to each their own. I'm totally the type of person. If you found something that is fun to you and it helps you keep your body in shape, good. Good. But I'm just I don't know. I'm an old fashioned person like that. My dad and I, when we would vacation in Florida, well, my whole family, and in the morning I'd eat a bowl of cereal, and then my dad would be like, "Come on, honey," and we would go to the beach, and we would go running on the beach with bare feet, running on the beach, and then we'd run, I don't know, for like 25, 30 minutes, and then there was always this pole that's on every beach. I think it's like a little pole, and it's like red, white, and whenever we saw that pole, my dad's like, "Now sprint, honey, sprint all the way to that pole," and then I would sprint to the pole. Yeah, every day. Vacation. That was my vacation. Yeah, but then after that we'll go to Disney World. But yeah. Yeah, my dad taught me all that shit. If I wanted to see, where's Dad? He's working out because my father had a whole, like a, like a little house that was attached to our house, that was a gym. he had an entire gym where he lifted like the big weights, and he had the boat thing, and he had the bicycle, and he had the thing for the legs. My dad had everything you wanted in there. So my dad be fucking, that's where my dad was. Had the big ass fucking boombox playing fucking White Snake, and my dad's sitting there working out, and I'm like on the boat. Look, Dad, I can do it too. It was so much fun. My brother, no, he didn't like that. Yeah, you can get a 1-card reading unless you spend your crystals. Then you can get a roll machine. Yeah. Unless you spend your 3, or do you have some? Oh no, you don't have anything open. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, this is cool. Oh, okay. Let's take, that's big. That's big. So what area are you in? I'm interested now. Canada! Oh my god! One of my dream places. I said that, I have never really said that, but I always talk about New Orleans as one of my dream places, West Virginia, and then Canada. Of course, Alaska too, because I love the cold, but whoa. Right. No, I can't. They will not grant me any a visa. I don't have any. I looked it up already. That you gotta have some special. You gotta be like a especially gifted person. Pretty much, you have to have some kind of thing to show for to be able to move into Canada. They select their immigrants wisely. I mean, I am polyglot. You know, I can do that. I'm an artist, but I don't know. I don't know if they would, if I had the money, if I had the money, trust me, if I had the money, things would be very different, but I really just don't have it. I live paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately. So, let's see. Okay. Ah, oh. Okay, wait. I don't want to say the wrong things. Okay, we got the 4 of Swords inverted. Okay, so this is talking about renewed vigor, a return to daily life and events, activity. Okay, so that's something that's happening with you right now. There's activity in your life. Things are going on, so that's good. That's really good. Okay, but that's just like a kind of a light thing here. Now we get the Fool inverted. Okay, that is just kind of mirroring what you were saying. It's like an uncertainty, failure to seize the moment, and unsure actions. Okay. That's something that's going on with you right now, probably regarding this sale of the home. Okay. Now, last but not least, the 4 of Pentacles inverted. If I have this correctly, you too, Miguel. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Keep it up. Things will get better. Things will get better again. This is not telling me forbidden. This is just talking about material delays, hardships, and business affairs. So actually what it is kind of telling me is that there's still time that needs to be, you gotta wait. So let's think. So let me ask you. Okay, so then let me ask you a couple of questions. How long ago did you put it on the market? So I have some kind of idea. Since November? I would give it at least another 6 to 9 months. That is my guesstimate. I am really okay. We are in May now officially. So Mai, Juni, Juli, August, September, October, November. So the end of the year. That is what I'm feeling. That's what I'm gonna say. I you know, if I'm proven wrong, that also happens. Yeah. But you know that would not really even be long because sometimes they have people wait for years. Yeah, do it. Of course, everything can help, you know. Pulling the strings there can always help a little bit more, you know. So this was really awesome, guys, and we made it a whole 2 hours. But I do think what I'm gonna do. What time is it now? It's 10:30. Okay, I'm gonna leave for tonight, guys. I think because I'm really gonna check out what I can do with this Guild Wars 2 stream. Where's my brother at? Thank you, Emily. Thank you for coming. I want to thank everybody for coming. This was a really great stream. Of course, thank you, Promethean, for subscribing again. That is awesome. I appreciate you very much. Emily, Hydra, Miguel, Promethean. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's about it. And of course, not to forget Forbidden. Thank you guys for being here, and I really appreciate you. I really hope I'm gonna come back tomorrow. You know. The machine told you to flaunt it. Oh, Florida Metal, I cannot. Bye, Florida Metal. I'm going now too. Thank you all so much for coming. If you guys see me on, do not be alarmed. I'm not going to be giving readings. I'm going to be testing out if my stream is actually coming on the Sect of the Dragon or on my personal page, because I want it, when I stream Guild Wars, I want it to be on my other page, you know, and not on the Sect of the Dragon, because that kind of defeats the purpose. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be like that. So, be doing some tests probably here in a minute. So, thank you guys so much. It was really wonderful, and I'm glad I'm back. And if all things go well, I'll be back tomorrow again, and then we'll see each other. Until then, do not forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil, and have a good night.